Hello, my name is Donald J. Jolly II, and I serve as the Superintendent of the Warrensville Heights City School District. Welcome to the 2021 State of the Schools Address. The last 2 years have turned our world, lives, and everyday upside down. A deadly virus, which we had no defense against, disrupted work, education, families, and friends around the globe. The murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others brought long-standing issues about racial inequality and systematic racism to the forefront of the national conversation. And through the turmoil, the business of educating our scholars and giving them the skills they need continued at the Warrensville Heights City School District. During the start of the pandemic, we shifted from traditional in-person classes to virtual teaching overnight. We distributed Chromebooks and hotspots to every family so scholars could stay connected through technology. In March 2020, none of us could have guessed that 46% of our students wouldn't return to their classrooms until January of the following year. The remaining 56% wouldn't return until the 2021 school year, a full 18 months later. During the pandemic, our strategy for educating our scholars was the same as many other districts, providing the best, highest quality instruction possible through virtual tools, keeping our scholars connected to their teachers and each other, and distributing food, technology, and other necessities to take care of our families. In the post-pandemic world, we will eventually forget the daily difficulties of rebuilding how we educated our scholars overnight. That each decision was unprecedented, and while we couldn't guarantee success, we always worked for it. Our teachers, staff, and administrators and families came together as one team to help our scholars during one of the most difficult times in living memory. I'm proud of what we've accomplished and believe that together we can address the largest issue we now face, addressing unfinished learning caused by the pandemic. It is important to recognize that we are not the only school district with data impacted by unfinished learning. Almost every district in the state felt the impact of the pandemic. In fact, we fared better than a few of the communities around ours thanks to our efforts to get as many students back in school as soon as possible and as soon as it was safe. There is no doubt that virtual learning was necessary for the health of our scholars and staff. However, only some scholars can thrive with online education. Right now, the big picture is that the majority of our scholars need intervention to recover academically from the pandemic. At the kindergarten level, 1 in 4 of our scholars are projected to need intensive support to meet grade level standards. For our third grade scholars, our proficiency rate is less than half of what it was in 2019. For 5th and 8th grade scholars, our proficiency dropped more than 10% in math and English language arts too. At the high school level, our graduation rate remained high, and we even saw an increase in Algebra 1 state test scores. However, data projects that almost 8 out of 10 high school scholars will need intervention in reading. The scores from these tests and the latest report card are not a reflection of the ability of our scholars, teachers, administrators, or community, but instead the result of 2 disrupted school years and lost classroom time. That's why the Warrensville Heights City School District is responding to unfinished learning in 2 ways. First, scholars were individually tested for their comprehension of grade level skills in language arts, math, science, and more through universal screening. With this data, we built individual learning plans for our scholars where they will receive the intervention or the enrichment they need to succeed. The cornerstone of these individual learning plans is small groups and one-on-one intervention at every grade. To make this possible, our second response to the unfinished learning caused by the pandemic is a $1 million investment to hire additional teaching staff, to purchase new curriculum and instructional materials, and to provide new technology and software to track our scholars' success. These resources help us to fill learning gaps and push our scholars through enrichment activities that are academically above grade level. What does this look like for our scholars? At the elementary school, more than 120 small groups take place every day where scholars review material they haven't mastered yet, called No New Instruction. At the middle school, scholars were selected for honors or intervention level courses based on their assessments in math and reading. At the high school, Ninth grade algebra and 10th grade English scholars have 150 minutes of intervention every week to review previous instruction and to prepare for end of the course exams. In addition to honors, AP, and intervention level courses, scholars are engaging with college and career readiness programs so they're prepared for the world beyond graduation. At every school, communication with parents is vital. Parents are informed of their scholars, universal screening data, and the interventions they need to fill the learning gaps or excel beyond grade level expectations. We know every scholar can succeed with a proper education. Our district goal is to improve all math and reading scores. While this will guide us for the years to come, we also remain on track to meet our ultimate vision to be the best school district in the state of Ohio. As part of this, our master facilities plan continues. Last year, we opened the new Warrensville Heights Elementary School, which houses 800 scholars from pre-kindergarten to 5th grade. These brand new classrooms offer the latest technology and a bright and friendly place for students to learn. Our middle school and high school buildings are currently under construction and is on track to open in fall of 2023. The schools will share one building, but will have their own separate gymnasium, media center, lunchroom, and classrooms. When these construction projects are finished, every scholar from pre-kindergarten to 12th grade will have a brand new school where they can learn and grow. The Warrensville Heights City School District is continuing our positive momentum. The next few years will be pivotal, and our team is dedicated to achieving our vision, to inspire confidence and encourage success for every scholar. Thank you.